So where are we going now?
We're going now down to the path that leads from the Lizard to Church Cove, and we'll probably walk back to the cafe, the most southerly cafe in the country. And it's a tea cafe run by the Hendys, who were also related to us through marriage, because my great-great-grandfather, my sisters married into the Hendy family. All the Hendys, the Rose and the Knowleses and the Hockings all intermarried here. So
There's quite a lot of incest in your family, Suzanne.
yes, my grandparents were second cousins. Yeah, so
Surprising you turned out so well balanced and normal.
I'm not sure I am. Yeah, but see, that's where I'd normally park, down there, look.
All right.
But anyway, I've done.
Well, this is divine.
And there's the tea shop. Yeah. My mother and I used to come here and have clean teas here on this terrace in the summer. It's absolutely stunning, probably unbeatable views here. Yeah, so there's a lot of history.
A lot of these families are well-known names down here, and a lot of them seem to intermarry.
Intermarried, yeah. The
Yeah.
Rose, the Hockings, the Knowles, and the Hendys all intermarried here on the Lizard, because they never crossed Lizard Moor or Green Hilly Downs or any of that back in the day. It was a very dangerous area. People would get robbed, and
Really?
highwaymen and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. My mother and her sister. My mother was Susie Hocking. She married a Knowles, which was obviously the Knowleses were all related here with the Hocking.
Yeah.
And so my grandparents were second cousins. So my mother was a first and third cousin to her cousin, who she lived with in Newquay for the last 27 years of her life. They were first and third cousins because they all came from here. Everybody was interrelated. Intermarrying was just what happened here.
How was it dangerous living on the Lizard? When you say people get robbed, was that highwaymen or something?
Yeah, it was all sorts of people, I guess pirates and things like that. I don't know, there was a lot. They were never allowed to go over Liverpool, and so my mother and her sister, Edith and Susie Hocking, they've been good, we could go on a Saturday into Helston with the pony and trap, but they had to be back by 9 o'clock.
Right.
Daylight in the summer. It would take probably, it's 10 miles to, possibly about 10 miles to Helston, so it would take about an hour with pony and trap, or even longer, I don't know, but in the days before the cars, so, yeah, it's a beautiful spot, but even now people don't leave that often, or if they do, it's quite a trip for them. It's quite an outing to leave here, even with a car.
Yeah.
That all gets a bit complicated. That.
Is that why you're called the Duchess?
That's right. The Duchess of Cornwall. They were a farming family, so in the 1780s, they were at a farm called St Alvin in Sydney, and then there was an Amy Courtney of the Courtneys of the Earls of Devon, which is where it comes from, royal descent. So she came to Cornwall and married a farmer. And so the name has come down through the generations from Amy Courtney, which the Courtneys still are there in Powderham Castle and Exeter. And so there's Amy Hocking, Amy Knowles, Amy Courtney. It was all named after Amy Courtney. And Courtney Hocking, who was the brother to my mother, Susie Hocking. who lived here at Tragullis, because there were 7 children, 5 girls and 2 boys. One of them was called Courtney and the other one was called Irwin. And Courtney Hocking, so it was a male name as well as, so also Courtney, the Earls of Devon were the Courtneys. So the latest Amy is Amy Hayes, my granddaughter.
Uh-huh.
And so every generation's had an Amy. My mother was Amy Morwenna, and
Amy Morwenna.
yeah. Although in Cornwall they always call your middle name by your first name. I'm Amy Suzanne.
Are you?
I'm called Suzanne.
All right.
My mother's Amy. So Amy, my granddaughter, is Amy Hayes, but she's got a Cornish name as well. Loveday. Amy Loveday. Loveday's a big Cornish name.
Loveday.
Loveday. My grandmother, Susie Hocking, played the organ here in the Methodist Free Church, which is now a dwelling house in the village, for many years. And I've got a kettle she was given on her marriage, which I've still got.
A kettle?
A kettle, a silver kettle on a stand, which commemorates her marriage. And it was the fact that she played the organ there for many years. They were very quite staunch Methodist. So, so the reason my uncle said, this is from his recording, that they were intermarrying was because the only chance they could go courting, they were working all day, the only chance they could go courting, apart from the confinement of living here, was that they only had the evenings to do their courting.
Right.
It's only horse transport, so
Yeah.
cars came post First World War. And Susie, my grandmother, needed, obviously given the pony and trap on a Saturday, they were good, but there were no cars. Mullion was the nearest village. So there was Edith, Amy, Jane, Courtney, Irwin, who else? Yeah, there were 7 of them all together. Susie, yeah.
Hello. Where are you from?
Near Bury.
Bury?
Yeah.
It's in Lancashire, isn't it?
It certainly is excellent. Well, it's a little place called Edenfield.
Edenfield.
Yeah.
You have a good time?
Just outside Ramsbottom.
Ramsbottom?
Yeah.
That's a
And
naughty
somebody said,
sounding
"Where's
name.
It is, isn't it?
Ramsbottom?" I said, I'll put it into its head.
You get a lot of jokes about that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I certainly do.
Anyway.
Have a good time.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Comic interlude there with our friends from the north. And we're going back to the Duchess.
my mum, Susie Hocking, used to call on an old lady in her house where we're going, Church Cove, for tea. She'd go and say tea there and she'd say, well, what would you like? My mother would say, I like bread and butter. I'm a bread and butter woman.
That's my kind of woman. Cheap date.
Michael Hocking, we are related, and he worked as an AI man in Cornwall.
AI,
before he
do you
came
mean
in
artificial intelligence?
Yeah. Insemination.
Oh, that's
And
the
it was-
Cornish version of it. Artificial
yeah.
insemination. Do you know what he did?
Yes, he inseminated cows.
What, with injections?
Won't go into that. So anyway, he sort of, that was his sex life, he said. He always made me laugh.
What?
He said it was his sex life. You stick your hand up the back of a cow, don't you, to sort of...
Do you? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, they're artificially inseminated.
You stick your hand up the back of a
I
cow.
think you do to do it. I'm not sure. I don't know all the ins and outs. You're not going to do...
We won't go any further than here. Now we're getting down to the real scandal. All those copious notes.
I know, look at it. It's
You're
terrible.
hard work, aren't you?
Well, the thing is, I haven't finished it yet, but when this was done on a dictaphone 17 years ago, and Vivian, we were sitting around at night time eating with a bottle of wine, and I used to drink more then as well. And so basically, I would ask him questions about the family, and so it was very much sort of, it's not in order, it's all sort of jumping around because that's the way he was relating it, and going backwards and forwards. Very difficult but yeah, it's interesting. My mother had to, when they went every 2 years to the Cornish festival there, and she had to judge the pasties. But
She
somebody
had to
put
judge the pasties.
but they put peas.
This is so posh.
She put peas in the pasties, and so she said that's not traditional Cornish pasties. So she couldn't really judge it because it wasn't traditional. I present a cup at the Cornwall show, the county show every year, in memory of my father. He died in 1980. We had a flock of pedigrees, Cornwall and Devon longwalled sheep, and so he used to judge them and read them and show them. And so in 1980, my mother gave this cup in memory of him, and it's given at the show every year. So my mother presented it when she died, and I presented it. Then when I had grandchildren, they now present the cup. It's a family thing, it's a social thing. It meets up, drinks Pimm's and the members of the pavilion. So it's quite a, quite an occasion. Yeah. You have to come when you and document it.
I would love to document it.
Yeah. Gosh, you've got a lot there, haven't you?
I'm worried that the sound of the sea and the wind is going to drown out your
Dulcet tones. No, because I don't speak
your demure
loudly.
voice. You are very softly spoken.
Yeah, I am.
We're probably going to only get those people from Bury, but in any case, great content. You're clearly very posh, Suzanne.
Gosh, is it?
Yeah, I think you're posh.
Well, I'm not sure about that. But people in Sheffield used to think I was trying to speak Sheffield, but they said, no, you're too posh, you can't do it.
Okay, we're going to go walking.
Yeah, let's go walking.
Church Cove.
Church Cove, yeah. It's a very, very special spot. Church Cove. It does rather annoy me when people like that come down and they came in and we didn't want them here in the first place, and now they're just getting the same.
He was a Londoner, that guy.
Hmm?
He was a Londoner.
Yeah, he was.
I can tell by the accent.
Yeah.
Probably related to me.
This is all your fault.
My uncle was one of the most famous cat burglars in London after the war. Yeah. He did 21 years in Brixton for robbing the Lord Mayor's house.
Much about this church, but all I know is it's very ancient.
It's Norman, isn't it?
Something, yeah.
What's the name of the church?
It's St. Willow. St. Willow in Magnetic. It's lovely actually inside. Serpentine bulkhead view. What was she, 95? No. What's that? 85. I think that's an age, isn't it?
So this is Rowland Hill.
Yeah, these are the ones that have full green.
And these are your relatives?
Yeah, my great aunt. My great aunt Amy Hill, who was Amy Hocking, who was one of the daughters of that lived at Tregellis.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, it looks really not nice. I should have bought some flowers or something. I'm never remembering rather than doing. So you see, he died way before her. 40 years before her. So she was on her own.
And where's her grave?
This is her grave. They're buried together here. This is on Bodmin Moor. There's Router and Brown Willie.
Brown Willie.
It's so funny.
There's
My
actually
mum was on a
place
coach
called
trip.
Brown Willie.
Brown Willie, a coach trip with her friend that she called Twinny, and they were passing it, right, and she said, my mum said to her, "That's Brown Willie over there." She said, "I've never had one of those." She was a character and a whole. Anyway, that was so funny. She was like one of those funny women. Anyway,
Lucinda.
Lucinda.
The witch.
No, I was talking about Charlotte Diamond, wasn't I?
Charlotte Diamond.
The legend of Charlotte Diamond, but it wasn't really a legend. It actually happened. That if you go to Router, there's a grave there, and it's marked where Charlotte Diamond was murdered by a guy who was a farm labourer. It was a crime of passion because she went off with his best friend, and he, in a fit of rage, killed her and buried her body, and nobody knew where she was for many years. And then they found her in the bogland. It's sort of quite boggy there. I think he was arrested and went sent to Bodmin Assizes and was hanged for the crime. But it's quite a famous tale, and if you look it up online, it's the tale of Charlotte Diamond. Well, it's not really. My grandfather knew the workman, the farm where he worked, so he always knew about it. So yeah, that's
But he knew where the body was.
No, my grandfather knew the farm where this guy worked. He was a workman, a farm labourer.
You didn't know the labourer though?
I don't think he did, but he knew of him. Yeah, so that was that. A little snippet of. If you go to Bodmin Moor, it's a great place. Excuse me. To walk, and yes, it's pretty
spooky
remote.
though,
It's
it?
very spooky up there. Yeah, it's very much so. Yeah, Router and Brown Willie, it's fabulous. Yeah, great place, wild. And then there was Lucinda, who lived in Weybridge eventually, retired there, and was quite famous. She'd been on local radio and stuff as a white witch, as a healer. A charmer, actually, they called her a charmer. I don't know what the difference is between a charmer and a healer.
I think a charmer summons up energies, and a healer fixes broken
Is it with the hands, with the
people.
healer?
Yeah. Well, healing can be both with hands or without hands.
Yeah, so that's what she did. And she was my step-grandmother. And so it was a strange lady. She was tiny and sort of seemed like she was a witch-like. And she had, I remember, really purple hands. Her hands were like purple. I think she had
Purple hands?
Raynaud's disease or something.
Wasn't anything to do with Brown Willie?
Well, my friend used to say fugly, which means fucking ugly.
Fugly.
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 Lewis used to say that a lot. It's an American one.
Yeah. It's good though.
Fugly. It's very fugly, fucking ugly. Anyway.
Can't say it now.
You can't, yeah. Yeah.
You know, you don't know any ugly people.
I do.
Who?
I don't know. No, nobody's ugly, are they?
No.
Everybody's got some redeeming feature physically somewhere. Either, yeah, no, we're all. Well, it's all relative. You know, what one person finds beautiful, somebody else would say it's not beautiful. So it's. My dad used to say snails put in a duck's eye. I never understood that.
Snails what?
A snail's put in a duck's eye. I'm sure that's what he used to say. And it's something to do with, you know, his eyes it's in the eye of the beholder. I don't understand the connection, but it's like, you know, it's like what some people find beautiful, other people find ugly. What do you think? I mean, about that? Do you have any thoughts on that? Of what makes something beautiful and what makes it not beautiful? There's no such thing as not beautiful, really.
No, as you said, everyone's got a redeeming feature or a characteristic.
Yeah.
I sometimes look at females and think they're beautiful and other people don't. But I think everyone has their own interpretation.
Yeah, and also Scotty always says, her mother used to say, there's a lot of good-looking nobodies out there.
It's true.
She was from North.
Of course she was. Was that the Helen Mirren lookalike? Well, supposed to be.
So actually, Scotty ended up with not a good-looking guy. He was like short, and he had a real character with a handlebar moustache. He was balding and sort of wore the same size shoes, and they used to swap clothes and shoes because they were like about the same size. But he was a character, but you wouldn't say he was good-looking at all. No, but he was just very funny and full of sort of character and life and fun. And those sort of people are always attractive, I think.
And he managed to get together with Helen Mirren's body double.
For 20 years.
20 years. It's almost like being married to Helen Mirren, really,
Well,
isn't it?
it was.
It's the next best thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
If you can't get the real thing, you get someone
Looked like.
who looks like her.
I don't look like anybody, thank goodness. I don't.
You do, I'm trying to think who it is.
No, some people have said.
Joanna Lumley?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, I think I'm unique.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you're divine.
No, I probably do have one somewhere. So people have said to me, I saw your double today, or I saw somebody that looked just like you. Actually, I've got a picture in my modelling lot of this woman that's got. They put my name at the agency because they thought it was me. She didn't have a name. She does look like me, except for her teeth are a bit crooked. And I thought, no, that's not me.
Oh, God. Yeah.
But she does look a bit like me, actually. I don't know whether I actually threw it away, whether I still got
Probably
it.
tore it up, didn't you?
But I don't know who she was.
Mm.
But she did look a bit like me, yeah, I have to say. Yeah, so you can stop filming now.
Not sure we should be talking about this in the church.
What?
All this stuff.
I know.
It's a bit naughty,
You
isn't it?
have the wrath of God, you know.
Oh, I've had that. I'm always on the naughty step. Yeah, it's looking very orange in this
Is it?
in this light. It's great.
Is it?
Yeah. And I've got the green.
I should be called Orange, shouldn't I, really?
Orange, yes.
I should be called, yeah.
A bit like your Aunt Molly, really.
A bit like Aunt Molly, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
going to tell us about her later.
Yeah, Aunt Molly. Yeah, she's the St Ives lady. Yeah. Yeah, you can turn that off now.
Yeah, there's people listening as well.